What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion, and I'm back with another reaction video. Man, grab your popcorn for this one, cause this might be the one. This might be a long video. It is going to be another one of those long videos. Hour-long video, Shredder, a generational hater. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was going to be like a compilation of all three, but when I looked back, it's looking like the time is seeming like this is the last Shredder, but a whole video by itself, other than a compilation of all three. So y'all need to sit back. I got my food on the side. Got my blunts rolled. We about to kick back for real. I guess take this shot too, cause goodness, it's about to be a long video. This is gonna be the last video I record for today. I might wake up, record some more. But I at least wanted to give y'all some bingeable content if y'all are on the East Coast and getting snowed in like I am. Because I'm going to be binging some movies after this. Yeah, like it is still snowing, y'all. This whole time I've been recording, it's still snowing. So if y'all make it to the end of the video, I'll let y'all, y'all probably can't see the snow falling on the ground, but it is white snow out there for real. And yeah, I'll see if by the end of this hour-long video it's still snowing, which I won't even be too surprised at, actually. But yep, if y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you're new, because all we do is chill over here. With that being said, let's get into this, because this is going to be one of them ones.
The way that you talk. So for her punishment, you think he would just ground her or spank?
We
Bitch,
gonna get this.
You 4 out of and you 2. No. Oh, that beat trifling. Oh, even Tiger Claw was like, man, will be perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final trial of the Shredder. And the last challenger has approached to be judged for that superb round table status. In my God, it is time for one of the greatest haters of all time. I mean this with no exaggeration. Top 5. Damn near GOAT status if it wasn't for this.
Yeah, I was like, Revenge Splash
2012 Shredder.
This is the one that I've seen,
How this goes down. The evidence is on deck and ready to be presented. So without further ado, it is time for the finale of
the Shredder
Trials.
Ding ding. Straight into it.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit A, the genesis of hatred. Now, as we know with these trials, we have dealt with some crazy cases, from the mass murdering alien to the demon that rose from hell. But now we are finally dealing with the human. But that doesn't exempt him from doing some crazy ass shit. Because this Shredder is known for being the hating ass nigga. Now, to understand why this man is the way he is, it only feels right to start back all the way at the beginning. So many years ago, the Foot Clan got completely washed by the Hamato clan, and their leader, Oroku Kaiji, was killed. So the only person who was left alive was a baby whose name was none other than Oroku Saki. So the leader of the Hamato clan decided to adopt him and raised him with his other son, Hamato Yoshi, a.k.a. Master Splinter. So these boys grew up as the best of friends, brothers. They even served in the damn war together. Look at these boys posted up in Nam. I know nobody was f***ing with this squad. And these boys was tight, brothers for life, ride or die. But something happened that completely destroyed their relationship. And it was none other than a female.
Of course, it's over,
These
bitches,
boys
bro.
did not follow
my
bro
gosh.
code.
Like, come on, bro.
Shorty named Tang Shin came in their life. And these niggas was horny. They was fighting for her
I'ma eat it.
every day. Shredder stayed
Every
talking
day.
shit, saying, you think Tang Shin want your sorry ass? Nah, she need a real nigga like
y'all
you.
gotta stop doing that over the
Talking to you and even lay
females,
the pipe on the
man.
bitch. And over time, their relationship just got worse. So at first, Tang Shin dated Saki. But
Okay.
she broke up with that nigga and left him for Yoshi. So Yoshi
Yep.
got up in them cheeks and they ended up having a baby and got married.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Saki let jealousy get the best of him. He could not take this L. He hated this nigga Yoshi. Couldn't even stand being in the same room with the nigga. Every single chance they got, they started fighting each other. Sparring sessions turned into full-blown scrap fest. Even their dad was fed up. He was like, the hell is wrong with you niggas? All of this fighting over what? Coochie? But guess
Over
what?
coochie,
Their
bro.
dad's lecture didn't even work. Because later that night, Shredder started dirty macking. He went up to Tang Shin and told her, Tang Shin, you looking beautiful as hell today. I know you with that bum-ass nigga Yoshi. But hear me out, baby. I want you back. And I don't want to be no side nigga. I want to be your main nigga. And Tang Shin is not innocent in this situation. She was entertaining this nigga.
Yeah,
Smiling and shit. Like, bitch, you're married.
Literally, this is why, bro.
Right now.
This is why y'all should not be beefing over these hoes, man. They gonna do it
Go
to you,
in
bro.
there. And guess what?
Every time.
Yoshi was watching this whole thing, and he was just disgusted.
Poor guy,
on
man.
one very fateful night,
Poor guy.
Saki figured out the truth about his entire backstory. How his adopted dad killed his actual dad and destroyed his whole clan. So he plotted to destroy the entire Hamato clan. So later that night, he approached Yoshi and
Said, I
Tang
have
Shin. So
every
he asked
reason.
Tang Shin, he says, Shin, I'll ask your fine ass one last time. Be with a real nigga. But Tang Shin told him, no. Side nigga applications are closed.
Side nigga applications
about to fight
are
to the
closed.
death over some coochie. Absolutely
Yeah.
ridiculous. So they start fighting to the death.
That's why you
and
see that
destroying
Drake
the whole
picture.
damn house while doing it. And while they was fighting, Yoshi started talking to him and saying, "You're doing all this bullshit for some ass, nigga.
For some
You're
ass,
yapping.
bro.
You know damn well
Like,
that
come
you
on,
can
dog.
handle all that ass." So the fight started heating up. Literally, Saki hit a candle and the house lit on fire. And the whole fight, Saki was just applying pressure while Yoshi was on the back foot. Look at this, bro tripped him and just tried to repeatedly stab this man's guts out. He was not playing about murdering his brother. So while the fight continued, an absolute tragedy was about to happen. Saki ended up disarming Yoshi and was about to kill him.
Right.
Tang Shin comes in and tries to stop him, and she gets cut down by Saki, dying instantly.
Oh,
So Saki tried to
my
reach
God.
her, but debris ended
It's
up
too
falling
late.
on him and burning his face. He got turned into Darth Vader without the mask, and this was just awful. First of all, we got arson for burning down the house. You murdered the only girl that you loved while
Like,
trying
bro.
to kill your brother, and they don't...
I'm not gonna lie, perfect recipe for a crash out. Like, you can't even blame Mans in this. Like, you can, because he could have not, he could have, you know what I'm saying, prevented the pre-crash out. But after this point, like, once what's done is done. So up to this point, you're cooked. You're done.
But it's implied that their dad, Hamato Yuta, died in that house fire. So you also killed your adopted father. But if you didn't think this could get any more
What else is there?
Oh boy, let me tell you. After he leaves the burning house, screaming in agony, he ends up finding their baby. And him thinking Yoshi is dead as well, he says, "If I can't have Tang Shin, then I'll take your daughter, nigga."
Oh,
So he kidnaps his daughter.
See, because I watched this show, it's all coming together now. Because I knew he was going to get the prequel out of the way. This is coming together.
And raises her as his own to be a foot assassin. And his daughter was Karai.
Oh
And he
my
kept on telling
gosh.
her every day,
Yo.
"You know the man who ruined our family, daughter?
Insane.
It was that vile man, Hamato Yoshi.
Insane.
He killed your mother." This gaslights her every day. That Splinter killed her mom. And he has trained her to hate him. And she be looking at this picture of her mama every day. And she be thinking, when I get my hands on that rat-ass nigga, I'ma kill his ass. Not knowing
That's
that
your pops.
the man that actually killed your mother is your so-called father.
Ooh.
The Shredder
Ooh.
Driver.
Damn.
Switch to Google Fi Wireless and get the Unlimited Plus phone plan with extra perks like 6 months of YouTube Premium on us. You can also stay connected on the go with internet.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I now present to you Exhibit B, Generational Hatred. Yep, we haven't heard this term in a very long time. Not since that
Generational hatred.
mask. But it's only fair to bring it back with this Play-Doh-faced bastard right here.
Keep
so now
the face
we're fast-forwarding to
on. Keep the mask
so
on,
on the
please.
national news, they broadcasted a story that said there were ninjas in New York. And the police discovered a ninja star that was from the Turtles, and it had the Hamato clan symbol on it. So guess who was conveniently watching that newscast that day across the world in Japan? Shredder.
Of course
He saw this shit and immediately thought
Put
in
it
his
together.
head.
After 15 long years, Mr. Steal Your Bitch finally decides to show his rat ass face. Prepare my private jet.
Roger, Roger. So
Roger,
just
Roger.
off of a hunch
Like
that
the
Splinter
Star
was
Wars
alive,
shit.
that
Oh my
nigga
gosh,
flew
that's
from
funny.
Japan all the way to New York just to confirm his suspicion. So at first he sent Bradford and Zever to investigate, but they obviously failed. And I swear, bro, he was so pissed off at these niggas. He looked at them and said,
How hard can it be to find a giant ass rat in New York? And you come to me and tell me that you got your ass beat by nigga turtles.
Nigga turtles, indeed.
Bootleg Chuck Norris. The fuck are you laughing for, nigga? I should have left your black ass in prison where I found you, boy.
Oh my
Shredder's not beating the
gosh.
allegations anytime
Oh
soon.
my
so now
God,
it is time
like,
for us to
fuck.
observe the first confrontation. Now, out of all the Shredders, this one is the Smoke Demon. He doesn't jump like Utrom, and he doesn't have bailout sorcery like Tengu. He's just gonna one-on-one dog walk your ass. So late one night, the Turtles were celebrating their victory, thinking shit was
So
sweet,
I need my
until they
ones
heard this man
immediately.
yell in the distance.
Nigga turtles!
So I need that fade immediately.
Where is that rat?
Holy Jesus.
Holy
And this
Jesus.
fight was just pure brutality. These boys got dog walked. Raphael came in first to immediately get shut down and kicked into this big ass sign. Electrocute his ass. Then here come Donatello, sorry ass. Bro grabbed his staff, pumped him in his eyes, then backhanded his ass. Told his ass, night, night, nigga. So then Michelangelo tried to chain him up, but he yanks the chain and kicks this man all the way off the roof. So then Leonardo came in, got thrown. Donatello tries to hit him, but his staff cracks in half. And he just looks at him like,
You serious, my brother?
so he throws them into each other. Then he speed blitzes them and diagnoses them with CTE. These boys were
Reverse jump.
fucked. So then he grabs Leo, slams him on the wall, and told him,
Tell me what Splinter is and I promise I'll let you live long enough to watch him die.
but right before he was about to kill bro, he got distracted by mutated Zever and mutated Bradford. And he looked back over and they was out of there. They ain't waste no time to do it. And I
Yeah,
ain't about
they
to waste
didn't.
time either.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna put
would've
them
been
charges
different.
on that ass. Child abuse times 4.
Times
Attempted
4.
murder times
Times
4.
4.
Assault and battery
Times
times
4.
4. Up, and let me not forget animal abuse times 4. Yep, Peter called and said we can't let that nigga get away with that
Can't
shit.
let that nigga get away
And
with
just
it.
off of that, that's 16 charges, nigga. And he beat their ass so bad, he pulled a Slade. He started beating their ass in their dreams. That CTE hit them like a train.
Oh, they got that. They got that PTSD for sure.
So
That's-
Shredder's main goal was to kill Splinter because he wanted this nigga in the dirt because he stole his bitch. And he was going to do it by any means necessary.
That's where that villain delusion comes in, because you are the one who who killed the girl, bro. I know it wasn't intentional, but that's kind of one thing the human mind will do when they can't accept reality. They have to scapegoat and put it on someone else. So this is literally an example of this.
For example, he sent his so-called daughter to beat the shit out of April O'Neil in a dark alley. I mean, dog, she put
What
her
did
on
April
the
have to
rug
do
and put
with
her in a
this?
whole
Oh
wall
yeah,
combo.
she was putting belt to ass, but she was putting belt to ass. But it's like, I don't even know. Like, maybe she got caught with the turtles, but what April got to do with
Not move.
this?
She did not know her frame down.
Fuck.
Then look at her walking. Oh, help me! Just to get grabbed and get
Fuck! Oh my God!
Hitting your ass with that.
Oh
Your
my
daughter to
God.
go beat the shit out of an
Holy
innocent little
shit.
girl just because she had connections to Splinter. Oh yeah, and then he kidnapped her just to lure Splinter out of hiding. So late one night, Splinter went to go save April.
Wow.
Just to see that it was a hologram. because Shredder actually
Insane.
sold April O'Neil to the fucking Krang.
Oh, that's nasty work.
Dog, this
Yeah.
man just sold a child
Like,
to...
like that is actually nasty work. He said, "Yo, that means, yeah, this man really, this man really might be top 5 haters, bro. Just because she's connected to my top op, I'm gonna put her into
war-hungry alien race just to lure Splinter out so he could get his get back." So then this man started laughing in the background like,
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name
name
for
for
myself.
myself.
hit him with the right hook of death out of nowhere. So 15
I've been
years
waiting
later,
for this.
these boys are about to have the run back. So
Come
these
on.
boys start scrapping, and Shredder hits him with the mean electrical goggles. But it got to the point in this fight where Splinter just asked him, "Nigga, what the f*** is wrong with you? You can't be this mad at me, your own brother, over a shorty." But this is when Shredder
on.
hits Splinter with the bombshell. He told him,
You took the baddest bitch I ever knew from me. So I took the only thing you had left. Your daughter, nigga.
this man Splinter was shook. He thought,
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Like, I remember this episode. That man was going through it in his head.
his daughter died in that house fire all those years ago. But as we know, she didn't. Shredder kidnapped her and raised her as his own daughter. So after
Dang.
Splinter heard this revelation, he couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
The controller disconnected.
Literally,
Shredder
bro.
just started whipping
That
his
man was
ass.
distraught.
He hits him with another electric one god fist. But with an inch of health left, Splinter finally awoke that dog in him that
Come
would
on.
be in any man's heart if they ever fought another nigga that did some shit to him like this. He
That's-
started whooping that big
Belt
metal
her ass.
beating that ass
Belt
with
her-
that
belt
metal
her
and
ass.
kicked him across the
Belt
room.
her
So right when he was about to kill this man, Karai came in and stopped him.
Aw,
and it
his
didn't take
own
long.
daughter.
He looked at her once and he just instantly knew that was his daughter.
Oh, that, yeah.
He just could not fight anymore. Now,
Yeah, I
here is
couldn't do
where
it either.
we just see the damage Shredder has caused with his manipulation over the years. He told Karai,
Do you see that man, daughter? That is Hamato Yoshi, the man who killed your mother.
Oh my god. Like, literally.
sick bastard. That's all I could say. So
Like,
she started
for real.
snapping at Splinter. She told him, "Daddy told me what you did to my mom, so I'm gonna kill your rat stinky ass." This motherfucker's just laughing behind him. Oh my god, he's terrible. So she ran at him, and Splinter just left. He couldn't do this shit no more. And she was just yelling at him like, "Why won't you fight me, you fucking rat ass coward piece of shit?" And it's just the look that he gives her, dog. Just the look of defeat. Your
Yeah.
daughter has been manipulated
that's
all
tough.
these years to
That's
hate
just tough, bro.
you.
I can't even
I don't know
lie.
about y'all, but I'd be sick to the bottom of my fucking stomach. The Shredder Trials.
Goodness.
Exhibit C.
How many exhibits are we gonna
All right,
get? We
ladies
gonna
and
get to
gentlemen.
exhibit I in
Exhibit
this
C,
one?
the worst father of all time.
Yeah, he's
I
ass.
have dedicated an entire exhibit to explain to you why this man is one of the shittiest
I can only
dads
imagine.
I've ever seen.
Let's get it.
Now, is he
Oh my
worse than
gosh.
this nigga? Hell no.
Oh,
At
no.
least Shredder
That
technically loved
takes
his
effort.
kid. But
That
the
takes
amount
actual
of
effort.
abuse he makes his 15-year-old daughter go through will make you want to pick up the
15.
phone and call CPS in a heartbeat. So, example 1. Now, we already know that he trained his daughter to be an assassin and do dirty work for him. And we know very well that Shredder does not tolerate failure. So one day she came back from a mission, and she's just doing her
failed.
regular routine, coming in and showing respect for her dad. "Daddy, I have completed the mission." But Shredder told her,
Right. I heard you had the chance to kill one of them nigga turtles, if I'm not mistaken.
"Yeah,
So tell me, why the fuck their bodies are not in front of me right now?
they escaped. Duh." So they kept on arguing.
Like-
And it got to a point where Karai decided to be a smartass. While he kept on yelling at her about how she let them escape, she yapped back at this nigga and told him, "They escaped from you, didn't they?"
Come on.
And this nigga snapped. He yelled at her like,
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
So he came down and told her, next time you ever open your fat ass mouth like that again, I will close that shit permanently. You understand me, little girl? I understand, father. Now fuck up my face and go kill them green niggas. Like, dog, terrible.
Yeah,
now
that's
add
awful.
all that on to example
It's only
two.
gonna, yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
This man
I
don't give
know it's
a
only
fuck
gonna get
about
worse.
nothing else than killing Splinter, even over his daughter's priorities. Swear to God,
Fuck.
she came in one day and told him, Dad, life is lifing right now, and I'm just not mentally here anymore.
Little girl, do you think I give a flying fuck
Goodness
about your
gracious.
mental right now? The only thing you need to be thinking mentally right now is how to kill that fat ass trifling rat. Now get the step in and make daddy proud.
Yes, father. Again, terrible nigga. Example 3, using his daughter as a test subject. So Shredder made a deal with the Crane to make him robotic foot soldiers. So guess who he decided to test them out on? Karai. He straight up had these niggas come in her room and jump her. And they
Like
did
the
not
fuck?
hold back. They were programmed to kill her. So while she was fighting for her life, getting jumped by Terminators, one of them grabbed her and started crushing her wrist. And they was
Damn.
about to kill her. Until Shredder finally stopped them. So he walks in yapping like,
Looks like these robots are deadlier than expected.
so Karai was like, oh my
You
God, I
heard
thought they
the-
were gonna
Oh,
kill
wow.
me. But you wouldn't let them do that to me, right, Dad? And this nigga looked at her dead in the face and said,
You should be lucky the skills that I taught you over the years bailed you out. If not for my skills, we'd be having a funeral for you tomorrow.
Yeah.
example number
Goodbye.
4, denying the truth. So over time, Karai did some digging, and she ended up figuring out that Splinter was her actual dad. Because that photo that she always be looking at up
It's teared in half, and it's like, let's use some brain power, just a little bit of brain power, and figure something out. You know what I'm saying?
Mom was ripped in half, and when she went to go see Splinter, he had the full photo of him and his wife.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
So this
Yeah.
basically explained that the only photo that this man Shredder gave her was a picture that he ripped in half because Splinter was in it. Nah, bro, this is the pettiest nigga I have ever
that's-
seen. Nigga said, oh yeah, I'll give you a picture of your mom, but first let me carefully cut this bitch ass nigga out of it. Oh my
Insane.
God. So she goes back to Shredder, and she just straight up told him.
You're not my dad!
And he walked down and told her,
Damn. Took you long enough.
Damn.
Tiger Claw, take her to the dungeon.
So this man just
Damn.
locked her up in a cell. So then the next day, he came back and said,
Right. Even though Splinter is your biological father, I am still your father at the end of the day. Because I simply couldn't let you be raised by that piece of shit rat. Hopefully one day you come to realize I did this for your own safety.
like, bro, this man is really trying to justify kidnapping her when she was a baby. This man is so in the head, it's insane. So a bit of time passed, and she ended up escaping. And she decided, I'm gonna sneak this man. But Shredder was already 2 steps ahead of her. He had a whole decoy in his throne. But then he comes out the corner like,
Little girl, did you really think that you could sneak the nigga that taught you how to sneak niggas in the first place?
but Karai was not
Oh,
trying to hear
shit.
that lecture. She threw a smoke bomb and instantly dived in. But she was just hitting air the entire time. This nigga Shredder
Ultra
clearly had
instinct.
ultra instinct. So then she tries to stab him, but he catches the sword. Then he tells her,
Foolish child, I taught you everything I know, little nigga, so I know your every move.
so then he backhands her like my dad did when I said my first cuss word in front of him. Still to this day, I will never cuss in front of my parents. So then
Come
he
on.
pins her down and it was over. All the lights turned on in the base, and he whooped her ass in front of the whole Foot Clan. So after beating her ass, he ends up doing one of the worst things any
Oh, this is
Shredder
the
has
intro?
ever done. And that leads us into example 5. He decided to hang
Yep,
her
I knew this
over
was gonna
a
be some crazy
giant
shit. I had to skip
mutagen
that.
pit so he could use her as bait for Splinter and the Turtles. This was so absurd. Tiger Claw, his right-hand man, was like, my nigga, hanging your own kid is crazy, not gonna
Like
lie.
fact.
Quiet, nigga. She will be perfectly fine. Isn't that right, my precious honey bun?
So Splinter and the Turtles pull up, and Splinter and Shredder start having a child custody battle over Karai. This shit went from TMNT to an episode of Paternity Court. But while they was fighting, some footbots end up wrapping up Splinter and pinning him down. So while that was happening, Leonardo tried to jump up and save Karai. But this man Shredder jumped up to try to hit him. But he hits the chain, and Karai gets dropped in a pit of mutagen. So she ended up getting turned into a mindless serpent. And Shredder's just looking at her like, "Ah!" So guess what's the first thing this bastard does? He runs down to Splinter and immediately starts blaming him.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, bro? When it is other people's fault and they can't mentally handle it, they will absolutely have to scapegoat. They have to blame someone else.
Like, nigga, oh my God, this motherfucker is allergic to taking accountability. If we look at the instant replay, we can clearly see your big, rollicking, muscular ass hit the chain and drop your daughter.
Not to mention that, you're the one who put her up there in the first place, sir.
That pit of shit! And you start blaming Splinter. Okay, nigga. So I guess we just gonna blame him for everything now.
Duh.
We gonna blame him for taking your bitch, killing your ex, then dropping your daughter in a deadly pit of mutagen. But it's all Splinter's fault, right? Unbelievable. But if you didn't think it could get worse than this, let's go into our final example of Father of the Year. Example 6. Brainwashing your daughter. So when he got Karai back, after finding her in the streets being a wild serpent, he decided, my daughter's been a little disobedient lately. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna brainwash her so I can control her. So that's what he did. He started putting mind control worms in her brain so he could control her every move and take away her free will.
What
Lord have mercy.
fuck?
First ballot, Hall of Fame.
No, for real. No, I love this ballad of, bro, I love this ballad.
Her
Because,
free
yo.
will. Lord have mercy. First.
Yeah, I knew he had to be up there. Yeah, first ballot.
Hall of Famer. In the Worst Dads Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, he has to be. He has to be the cover. I can't lie. Too many counts of child abuse.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Exhibit D. Planetary devastation. Yeah, we are now past the halfway point in this trial. And I'm just gonna go ahead and let you know this right now. Everything after this point is just completely outrageous, if you didn't already think so in the first place.
So it only gets worse.
Now, before we get to this man's planetary level feat, we have to go over some more horrific things this man has done. Our first case in Exhibit D is his mutilation spree. Now, we already know he decided to turn his daughter into a flesh-eating snake hybrid. But Karai wasn't the only person he decided to mutate. Matter of fact, there's 3 others. And our first victim is somebody we all know very well. Good old Baxter Stockman. Yeah, this nigga can't catch a break. It don't matter what iteration it is. Each variant of this motherfucker just gets violated. And this one is quite possibly his worst fate. So Stockman in this universe was captured by the Foot because he was trying to steal some of Shredder's goods. So Shredder decided to put his brain to use and basically make this man, well, quite literally, a slave. And if he f***ed up, well, he can just ask what happened to his 2003 counterpart. So in obvious Baxter Stockman fashion, this man fails multiple times miserably. So Shredder had enough. He put a collar on him with mutagen vials attached to it. And if he pissed him off one more time, he would set it off. So one fateful night, he walked up to bro and said,
You nappy-headed Smash Bros cut-ass nigga, what the fuck is this?
Master Shredder, this is my duck human concept. It can swim, fly, it even knows Taekwondo. Come on, Master, you gotta see the vision.
Hit it with the bullshit, nigga.
So he smashed all of his shit everywhere and tells him,
You have failed me for the last time.
So he pulls out the trigger and is about to detonate it. So Stockman was begging for dear life, but Shredder didn't care. He clicked it. So the timer started going off, and this man started panicking, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. So the timer stops beating, and Shredder just walks away. And Stockman thinks he has been spared.
Nope.
But that was far from what was about to happen. The vials burst all over him. But yeah, Fusion was all over his body. And Stockman's fate, this man got turned into a fly. Like, bro, what is this? Out of all the animals, a fly? Insane work, bro. Then Shredder came down saying,
Look at you now, you disgusting, nasty fuck. Now be a good little housefly, or I will swat your black ass and put your guts on display.
God
Now
dang.
take some chocolate, fuck nigga.
Buzz. Yes, Master Shredder. So after he made Stockman his first victim, he decided to mutate 2 more victims. And that was none other than Rocksteady and Bebop. Now, he decided to mutate them
I
because
remember
A,
this.
they stole his helmet one day and tried to sell it on the black market, and B, they kidnapped Karai when she was a mindless serpent and used her as ransom. These boys
Yeah,
were
they
just
about to get
asking
turned
for a
into-
death sentence.
I remember
so
this.
when they finally captured them, this man Shredder came up and he could have just killed him right here. But
Right.
instead, he decided to be merciful. He said,
You niggas are going to amuse me. Throw them in the pit.
so first was Bebop, and in all honesty, he deserves it for rocking this whack-ass mohawk. Like, dog, what the hell is this? No fade or nothing, not even a hairline. So he gets thrown into the pit, and he starts tweaking out in there. Niggas started hitting the SIMP. Then they smack Rocksteady's big ass in there. And Shredder's just watching this with joy in his face right now. Look at this sick individual just loving every second of this shit. So when they came out, Bebop got turned into a ugly-ass woodhog, and Rocksteady a fat-ass rhino. So they tried to retaliate, because they was obviously mad as hell. So first up was Bebop. Nigga came in spinning on some Michael Jackson shit. Just for Shredder to speed blitz this man and break his ribs. Nigga on his knees looking like he just ate 3 a.m. Taco Bell. Then floodgates is about to open. So then Rocksteady charges at this man, but he blocks it, grabs him by the horn, sweeps him,
Just
then
got a Taco
rolls
Bell
this fat-ass rhino like a bowling ball.
Haven't
No,
had
but this
Taco
is
Bell
actually
since.
insane. Y'all know how much rhinos weigh, right? Rocksteady is a white rhino. That motherfucker is at least 5,000 pounds. And he just casually rolled this nigga like a bowling ball. So yeah, after he mutated them, he then beat them into submission. And now they had to work for him for the rest of their lives. And with that, we wrap up our little mutilation case.
Crazy. I
Now,
forgot how they
case
looked
2
before
of
that.
Exhibit D,
That's-
the 1v8. Now, Shredder has had multiple fights with the turtle. And to be quite honest with you, the result of every fight is usually the same as always. Shredder beats the living dog crap out of them until they are on the brink of death and have to retreat. But this one, however, though, was a little bit more nastier than usual. Because instead of just fighting 4 turtles, this man got jumped by a total of 8 mutants and lived to tell the tale. Now, this is actually insane. First off, the other 4 mutants that are with the turtles are the mute animals. These 4 could... Listen to this.
Right. They could be their own group by themselves. Like, yo, that shit crazy.
Consist of Slash, an oversized turtle that is built like Bowser, Leatherhead, a ginormous mutant gator straight out of Florida, a telekinetic monkey, and this pigeon nigga. I don't know what the fuck this is, to be honest with you. But them and the turtles had this man Shredder surrounded. So logically thinking, you see this and you're like, oh my god, it's over for Shredder. This
No,
man's about to
he
get
sees
jumped.
an opportunity.
No. Quite the opposite.
Reverse
exactly.
jump.
This man started
Fuck!
on
Oh my
all
god.
niggas.
Felt
Did you see
too
what he just did
ass.
to that fat ass gator? He picked up this 1,000-pound gator and just slammed him. This man is a Florida man. And just look at him. He hasn't even moved from the same spot. Pause and replay. He just grabbed that nigga pigeon out of the air mid-attack, chucked
Might
him
have to
across the
stand
room
up, y'all. Been
while still
sitting
getting
down.
jumped and surviving
Y'all don't
psychic
even
attacks.
stand up.
So he starts laying the feet and the hands on their ass. Replay again. Look at what he just did to Caesar. Nigga whipped his leg back.
Bam!
Hit this nigga in the spinal position. And his eyes are popping out of his sockets right now. Then throws this curious monkey along with Michelangelo and Donatello. So right after that, the heavyweights come up and try to sneak him. But Shredder hit these boys with the shing, shing, shing. These boys pack it. But wait, make some room. because here comes Nigga Pigeon. I don't even know where bro came from. He just flew out of nowhere. So while
getting the
Shredder
extras
continued to
out of
fight
the way
Leonardo
first.
Raphael in the
Fuck.
same spot, by the way. This man
He
has
is
not
still
moved
in the
away from
fucking
this
circle?
once. He is a fucking
God.
and this man
What
just
the
won a
fuck?
1v8 with relative ease. He didn't even break a sweat. And he didn't move from the circle once. Like, that is insane. And the only reason they all ended up living after this is because a statue fell on them. And you best believe they
got out of there.
It may have been a 1v8, but this was a losing battle.
It
So when they
was.
finally got Shredder out of the rubble, this man just stood there for a second just to charge up his scream. And then this man was pissed. The Ninja Turtles got bailed out once again. But anyways, charge-wise, to sum it up, that's like 8 attempted murders. Along with the child abuse and the animal abuse. Like, good God, bro. This man is having a historic roundtable run. So, now we get to the point where this man put the entire planet at risk multiple times. And we started off with case 3, helping the Krang invade Earth. So Shredder had a mutual
I knew they was
alliance
gonna
with
hit a
the Krang,
collab.
and they had a very great business relationship. After taking one of them hostage, beating them to death, selling a literal child to them, and mutually hating the Turtles. They had a very great working relationship. So one day, the Krang came to Shredder with a proposal. They proposed that you help us take over New York and the world. And in return, we will help you turn your daughter back from a mindless serpent into a human again. So Shredder decided to take the deal.
Not a
Because
good deal.
A, this nigga does not give a f about humanity. I mean, he literally could not care less.
do not
and
care.
B, they made him another offer that he couldn't refuse. They were gonna bring him Splinter. So when he heard this, he
that's
jumped
the
out his
deal
seat
breaker.
with joy. He was like,
Oh yeah, go on ahead. Fuck up this whole damn planet. I don't give a fuck. Just bring me that ugly ass rock.
so exactly one day later, the Krang invade Earth. They are fucking up everything. It is literally doomsday out here. The Krang
I remember this shit. This is like a special.
Pause. And then look at his next part, bro. This poor kid is trying to protect his little
Poor
sister,
kid.
trying to get to safety, and he ends up running into Shredder just ore farming. That kid looked at him for 2 seconds and dipped out of there. Little nigga felt that aura and his spider flight senses kicked in. So after this man put the whole city on fire and mean mugged this kid, he caught this man Leonardo lacking so hard. Leo was just out in the streets trying to help. And he ended up running into Shredder and his goons, ready to jump this nigga. So Shredder said,
Boys, cook that nigga.
so they started stomping Leonardo out. So bro tried to fight back, and my God, he did his best. But Shredder just teleports right behind him. And Leonardo knew you could see
do
from
that
his
by
face.
yourself.
He's behind me, isn't he?
Hi, how are you?
So after jumping Leonardo and sending him to the Shadow Realm, he ends up encountering Splinter. So Splinter straight up told him, "Where is my son?" And Shredder told him exactly.
Oh, I just took him. Just like your daughter.
And then this man just starts laughing. This is insane, dog. He will not stop until he takes everything from this man. So Shredder starts beating the life out of him, throwing him into forklifts, and multiple steel pipes just drop him. So Shredder walks up to Splinter, grabs him by the goatee. That is so disrespectful, bro.
Like, yo,
Grabbing
I'm
another
saying,
man
bro.
by his beard is crazy. So he pulls out the blade, and he's like,
This is for taking my bitch, you thieving, conniving motherfucker.
but Leatherhead comes out of nowhere, straight out of Orlando, and starts biting and chopping him, slamming him and shit. And he throws him in the rafters. So you gotta think, no way anybody survives that.
It's
Bro
Shredder.
literally got ate. Like he was feasting on him. But Leatherhead must have forgot from that last encounter they had that this man Shredder is a certified
Florida resident.
He started whooping this gator's ass. Then he just starts beating his sides in. That nigga Leatherhead started crying. This was just outrageous. Then he runs at this gator at full speed and drop kicks him, sending this 1,000-pound gator back to the sewers. Bro said, you should have stayed your ass in Florida, nigga. So after that happened, Splinter ended up getting a rage boost, and he runs at Shredder and spears him. and they start falling down to the sewers. So when they fell in the sewers, the turtles and everybody ended up seeing this, but they were blocked off, so they couldn't help at all. And Shredder was excited. He said,
Yeah. Watch closely, kids. Pay attention to how your daddy dies.
Shredder was enjoying every second beating this man in front of his kids. So then he threw some smoke in his face, and he jumps up and tries to kill him. But Splinter ends up using his ult, and he ends up getting a critical hit on this man. Sent this man packing into a wall. So Splinter thought it was over. And it was, for him. Shredder smashed this man upside the head, knocking him on the ground.
It was.
And started beating him to death. This was so brutal, they didn't even show it. Then he picked up his body, walked over to the water, and threw his body in and flushed him down the toilet in front of his kids. And they couldn't do nothing about it. And he just looked at him like, you're next, and left. So the repercussions after this were wild. First, New York got completely taken over by aliens because of this man. Second, Leonardo became a vegetable after getting jumped. And last but not least, the Foot Clan ended up finding Splinter's body. And this man wasn't even the same. He was in a feral state. Shredder beat him so hard he broke his mind. So he decided, you know what? Instead of killing you, I'm gonna lock you up in a cage so I can watch you rot. And then I'm gonna restore your mind at the last minute before I kill you, so you can know that it was me. This man is a sick
That is
individual.
different levels of
This is
evil.
elite.
Holy shit.
I have to tip my hat to it because
Like,
this
yo.
is ridiculous. But that was only the first time this man put the planet at risk. Let's talk about
Only
the
the first
second time he did it. And the moment that made him a top 5 hater of all time. Case 4, destroying Earth. So some time passes after the Krang invasion, and the Triceraton race decides to come to Earth and plant a bomb that will activate a black hole and destroy the planet. So the Turtles and Splinter needed all the help that they could get, even if it meant teaming up with their arch nemesis, Shredder, because the planet is literally on the line right now. So Shredder and Splinter both swallow their pride and make a temporary alliance.
Hold on, before you pay for yet
you know
another
how
app to
temporary
manage your
that's
team,
gonna
let me
be,
introduce you
y'all.
to Connect Team.
That's gonna be real temporary. Like, fam.
I'm talking about live scheduling, time tracking.
So they all don't die. So they go off to battle and beating the ever-living crap out of these Triceratons. Shredder was murdering these niggas, quite literally. So they all end up getting to Central Park, and there is a massive battle just going on right now. And they have to hurry because the bomb is about to go off. They got about a good minute left. So Splinter ends up taking off to try to defuse it. But Shredder looked over and saw the time, and he was like, he's not gonna make it. So guess what Shredder does? He takes off right behind him. And when Splinter reaches for the bomb, he stabs this man in the back, dooming the planet.
Are you not? Like, that is so fucking stupid. Like, yo, you had a mission to save the planet. You could have. Now you're not gonna be there to be able to carry. He said,
Guys.
like in Shredder's mind, he's thinking he's not gonna make it. Would I rather have the slight chance of him making it, but he doesn't make it and we all die? Or can I get my get back now and fuck it, we all die? Like, that is insane type of thinking, bro.
So Tiger Claw was like, nigga!
Like, bro, like for real.
And all Shredder said was, Hamato Yoshi is dead. I could not give a fuck. All y'all niggas can die because I'm dying at peace.
Yo, that is nasty.
Killing billions and sacrificing himself just so his op could die. And the Earth got sucked up in a black hole and went.
Like, fuck.
Man. How many people are in the world?
8 Bill.
This man just caught 8 billion. Shredder's in the Hall of Fame. Round table Black Air Force Hall of Fame.
Sit him down.
Now,
Sit him down.
luckily for these niggas, they got bailed out. Because good old Dr. Honeycutt came down and helped them reverse things. Even though that timeline and version of Earth is just straight up cooked. But in the reverse timeline, Splinter caught Shredder trying to sneak him. The bomb got defused, and Shredder got his ass whooped. Splinter cooked this man out of rage, hitting all of his vital points, bringing him to his knees, then walked up to him and finished him off. Shredder was done. Splinter left this man on the brink of death and paralyzed.
Good
and it was a
bitch.
mercy that he didn't kill him after what he did. But
Literally.
unfortunately for Splinter, him
Shoulda
sparing
killed him.
Shredder right here was the biggest mistake he could have ever made.
Yes.
Because this could have
Yes.
prevented what was about to happen. The Shredder trials.
It only gets worse. Goodness.
Exhibit B. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end. The final exhibit of the Shredder trials. And there is no better way to end it than with the most unhinged, monstrous, mentally unstable
Like, the nigga
version of
powered
this
up.
nigga. His final form.
Fuck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Super Shredder.
The
So
Super
after Shredder lost to Splinter, after destroying Earth and ruining a whole timeline,
Like,
he
fuck.
was on the brink of death. Splinter beat his ass so bad he put that nigga on life support. And his mental state is the worst it's ever been. The nigga was already delusional, but now he's literally mentally ill. So
Yeah, he was already
told
fucked
Baxter Stockman.
Shoot me up with mutagen.
So Stockman's ass was like,
Fuck.
Shredder, Buzz. I don't know about that one. Shredder grabbed his throat and told him,
Do it or I'ma rip off your fucking head, nigga.
oh, yes, master. So Stockman shot this man up with all the mutagen they had, and he started transforming into a monster.
Leave.
Nigga grew Wolverine
Get the
claws
fuck
and
out
had
of there.
blades coming out his whole body. And look
you
how he
the-
just bitch slaps Baxter Stockman for the fuck of it. And this man
Like,
fully
yeah, I was like,
transformed
leave,
into the
nigga.
Super Shredder. This was a living nightmare. This man was already strong
Yeah.
as hell as a regular
As a
human.
regular
and
person.
You gave this nigga powers? Good God.
GG's.
Everybody was fucked. So Super Shredder's first order of business was to deal with his daughter because she took over the foot. So they pull up on the foot.
Damn.
You just hear this man Shredder walking. Doom, doom, doom. With them ugly ass, nasty
still
ass,
snowing,
size
y'all.
25 ass feet. Nigga
It's
had
slowing
the
down.
whole room shook when he entered. And here comes this mentally ill nigga talking about,
My daughter, I did this for you.
No, you didn't.
Kill that rat that killed your mother.
but she was not having that. She said, ew, gross. Back the fuck away from me. So she sends some foot ninja at him, but
Not
they got
enough.
washed, thrown around like rag dolls.
Not
So
enough.
Karai and Shinigami try to attack this man. They get thrown across the room, and my God, what happened to old girl right here is a travesty. She tried to be saucy
Damn.
and using these bats as camouflage and flipping and shit. So she kicks this man twice
Not
in the
enough.
head, no reaction, then pulls out her knives and slices him through the heart. But then she realized, oh my God, I forgot to sharpen these bitches. So
What?
after she took a hammer fist to the dome, he's
She
about to
forgot-
step on Shorty with them long ass, unclipped ass
Ugh.
toenails. But Karai jumps on him with her snake form, but he gives her a right
Okay,
hook,
so she can just
chokes
turn into
her,
that at
and
will.
slams her on the
Damn.
ground repeatedly
Cooked.
till she was unconscious.
Cooked.
And with that, y'all already know what we about to do. Hit that nigga with assault, child abuse, attempted
Yep.
murder, everything, nigga. Fuck. You still consider her your daughter, and you just gonna beat her like that? God damn! You didn't have to pick her up and slam her on the ground 3 times, nigga! And then you gave her best friend the nastiest concussion I've ever seen. Shorty gonna have a case of CTE that's never been seen before. So after he beat the hell out of them and took Karai hostage, the Turtles pulled up in their raggedy ass whip, and they saw Shredder, and they were shook. So they tried to ram bro, but Shredder picked up the car and threw that bitch across the block.
Fuck.
Yep, hell nah, bro. Me personally,
personally.
I'm skipping town. If I
Yeah.
see a nigga that just picked up a 4,000-pound car that was speeding down the road at least 60 miles an hour and throw that bitch to the side, I'm out. No, bro. I
out.
value my
No,
life.
bro.
So after this, Shredder decided to use Karai as bait again to get Splinter to come out of hiding. So later on, when they went after Shredder in the sewers, they ended up seeing some of the most disturbing things ever. Shredder had pictures laid out, and he just started talking in the background saying,
Gaze upon these pictures, rot. Of all the things you've taken from me, you took my bitch, and then you stole my daughter.
like this nigga was mentally disturbed. They got to the second floor, and it got worse. More pictures everywhere. This shit looked like a Silent Hill level. All the pictures just being lit on fire. So Splinter kept on running through this maze till he finally found Karai as she was hanging from the fucking roof. So this Shredder just started walking down the tunnel, and Splinter was shook. He saw Bro up close, and he was terrified, looking at him like, oh my God, he did all this just to kill me? So Splinter started swinging, but to no avail. This man didn't move an inch, and just off this interaction, you knew how this fight was gonna go. Shredder punches this man into a wall, then while he's out of breath, he just stomps him. And you knew that shit was brutal because the screen cut to black. You only saw an impact frame, and it just got worse from here. Splinter tried to jump up, but got grabbed and threw this man like Hope did to Loki, ragdolling him. Karai couldn't even look at this shit. This was a beating of the century. So Splinter started running for his life, going deeper and deeper into the sewers, while Shredder was just tracking him down. So when they got down to this one part that looked like an arena out of a fighting game, Splinter tried to come out and sneak him, but he got grabbed, slammed into a wall, then ate another right hook, and it gets even more brutal. Nigga started throwing him, bouncing him off of walls, then carrying him to slam him into another wall. And this fight was all but over. Shredder was about to kill Splinter for a second time, but his arm started tweaking out because of the mutagen. But even though his arm was having a seizure, it didn't stop him. Man still threw him and shattered his ankle with them size 25 ass feet. So with all hope lost, Splinter decided to protect my family. I'm gonna have to sacrifice myself. So he throws a kunai at some conveniently placed bombs, and they both fall down into a seamlessly never-ending pit. So while they're free-falling, they're still throwing hands. Splinter's throwing rights while Shredder's dragging them down a pillar. They was going so crazy, Splinter Mike Tyson that nigga bit his ass. Probably gave him rabies since he a rat. But Shredder ends up hitting a steel beam, and Splinter keeps on falling, and he hits a steel beam on the back of his head. And then he hit another one, and then he hit another one, until he finally hit the bottom.
At least there was some type of cushion.
This is insane. But that man was walking no time soon. His leg was shattered, turned into a straight spaghetti noodle. And Shredder, he climbed out of the bed. Not surprising at all. But Shredder was not done beating all these niggas. Because later on the surface, you just see Leonardo go flying into a bed, while Shredder's just walking up trying to kill this man. So he grabs him and tries to squeeze the life out of him. But April and Karai come in and save this man, thinking that they could hold this man back. But they ended up realizing that this man Shredder don't give a damn if you man, woman, reptile, or rat. He's still gonna beat your ass regardless. So April threw a hot dog stand at this nigga with her force abilities, but this was just crazy. Bro turned and thunderclap her. When dude mutated, he really took half of Hulk's moveset, because this is ridiculous. First the throw slam, and now the thunderclap. Oh my goodness. So they keep on fighting. Karai stabs him in the neck, but she ends up getting backhanded, and he kicks April and sends her rolling. But she uses the force again, pushes that man back. And lo and behold, guess who came to join the fight? So with the help of Truck-kun, they had to think this man was dead. It was a truck tanker, for Christ's sake. The nigga blew up the block. But soon they realized this was no ordinary menace. Bro ate that shit. This man just ate a full-powered attack from Truck-kun. Then he decided to pick it up and throw that hoe out. Karai was lucky as hell April had this horse shit, because her little ass would have been squashed. But you know who did get squashed? Leonardo. Bro ran at him at full speed trying to recover, jumps up, Superman punch, slams him on the ground, and is about to kill him. But here comes Karai trying to plead and get through to this man. And then here comes Shredder ugly ass like,
Daughter, please, I didn't mean to hurt you. Please call me father.
But she looked at this man dead in the face and told him,
You're not my dad!
So Shredder was cooked. She punched this man in the heart, physically and mentally. So he had to retreat because he knew his emotions would get the best of him. And after that whole sequence, this man done caught I don't know how many cases of attempted murder and assault. This shit is not countable anymore, along with the child abuse and the animal abuse. Like, damn. So when Shredder got back to base, this man started fiending for more mutagen. He told Stockman,
Hey nigga, I need some more of that good shit.
Even Tiger Claw tried to stop him, but he punched him across the room and slammed Stockman's head and said,
Shoot me up
I didn't finish
good
this
shit.
series. I can already tell his problem's gonna be his downfall. Because I don't see any other way this shit's stopping him unless you make him
Yes,
OD.
master. So Shredder shot more mutagen into him, making this man a whole fucking addict.
I don't know how else.
That, Shredder lost all emotional attachments. He did not care for Karai anymore. In all actuality, the nigga actually woke up from his delusional last dream. Nigga finally realized, damn, that ain't my daughter. That's my biggest ops daughter. So shit, I might as well just go kill the bitch. And that's what he decided to do. All his weaknesses were gone. So later on, he finds Karai's hideout. That's got multiple mutants in there. And he busts down the door and just starts going off. Leatherhead tried to tackle him. He boots his big ass gator. Slash his kick to the side. Telekinetic monkey man comes in from the top rope, but gets oh shit! Then Slash and Leatherhead just start getting their ass beat. Nigga hit a whole combo on this fat ass gator. Then threw him into a whole PC setup. And the whole thing just caught on fire. That's how you know that PC was a straight toaster. And after he set the place on fire, he straight up told Karai,
I'm here to kill you, bitch.
And this man held nothing back at all. She was having to fight for her life. She even told them, yo, we're all gonna die in this fire if you don't stop. But this is when we knew this man had no more attachments. He told her,
it is fitting that you die in a fire, just like your mother.
Holy fuck.
He didn't even care about Tang Shin no more. He straight up acknowledges now, yo, I killed that bitch, and I'm about to do the same to you. So with all her rage, she tried to stab this man in the heart, but the sword broke. And just by his face, she knew she was about to see her mama. Shredder, electric wind God fists her ass off of the second floor. And then she also had debris of the building landing on her. She was cooked, and Shredder looked at her lifeless body and walked away, leaving her to burn alive. Ah, man. Yeah, that's arson, attempted murder, assault, animal abuse, etc. He laid out every motherfucker in there, 1v5, and wiped the whole team. So after this, Karai had to go to the hospital. I'm surprised her ass ain't died. But I mean, shit, I guess it's kind of impressive. You survived a shore you get from a 500-pound nigga with pure muscle. Even though her neck broke as fuck, at least you get to live another day. But after this, Splinter said enough is enough. I'm killing this nigga tonight. So later that night, on top of this skyscraper, Splinter and a team that consisted of Raphael, April, Slash, and Casey's sorry ass decided to confront Shredder. So they patiently waited on top of this building until he appeared.
I don't even know why Casey there for real.
So the final showdown between Rat and Super Nigga began, and both these men knew tonight one of us is not leaving this rooftop alive. So they get to squabbling, and Shredder's already sitting in both lines.
We're gonna see how long it takes for us to hit all 200 plus destinations where you get data with unlimited plus from Google Fi.
I can't see how they win.
And look at him, he's crawling for dear life, trying to not get squashed, but he gets grabbed, got flung in the air, then gets his spine shattered. So then here comes Slash, oversized ass, coming to get his ass whooped again, just to get twirled around, then throws this obese turtle into this sign. Bro really hit him with the Mario 64 ass throw. You know there's got to be a reference because bro looks like Bowser's fat ass. So then here comes Raphael with a Tatsumaki Senpuka. But this did nothing but just piss him off. He jumped on this man's back and started stabbing him, while Casey was hitting him with drive-bys. But he slams him off of him and pounds his face in. They just started beating this shit like y'all nasty niggas when y'all saw Sue Storm. So he boosts Raphael across the building, and he ends up hitting Casey, and he started flying off the building. That man started falling 30 floors high. So then here come April, mad as shit. And wait a minute, stop. That hair, I've seen you somewhere before.
Oh no, I'm a new
I didn't even think of that. Nah, that's why.
So the reincarnation of Syndrome started throwing debris at him. But Syndrome in this universe was still sorry as hell. Bro got crushed in one hit. You should have listened to Mr. Incredible all those years when he told you, go home, kid. Because you still sorry as hell. So with everybody cooked, it was all up to Splinter. So Splinter entered a flow state and started cooking. He pushed bro back and gave him this crazy midair 6-kick combo. Then ended up cutting off both of his claws in succession. And he actually brought Super Shredder to his knees. But sadly for Splinter, this was the beginning of the end. When he walked up to deliver the final blow, Shredder smooths this man upright, bounces him like a basketball, then he runs up to him him, then grabs his face and starts beating the life out of him, throwing him like a frisbee and shit. This was terrible.
Yeah.
So while Splinter was just down and out, and Shredder started running towards him, he had one little trick left up his sleeve. He had a little rope in his sword that he used to trip Shredder up and make him glide and fall off the building. So Raphael and them was happy as shit, thinking that they beat Shredder. But dear God, the worst was yet to come.
Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet.
Stab this nigga! And Shredder could finally say, for the second time, and permanently,
Mortal Yoshi is dead!
throws this man's corpse off the building, falling all the way from the top of that roof.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
So I guess
Splinter,
second
man.
time's the charm. Because Splinter was dead. No coming back to life this time. Shredder won. He completed his lifelong crusade of hatred and killed the man he hated the most, his own brother. All over a bitch.
All over
Oh
the
my
hoes.
God!
Like a
You
kid.
killed your brother over a shorty! Not once, but
Shame.
twice!
Absolute
This is a
shame.
type of hatred I've never seen before. Oh, there's a disturbance in the force with this one.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? Karai didn't even get to go to the funeral because her ass was in a coma. This man teared a whole family apart over some damn coochie. Lord have mercy, my brothers. We must stay focused. We must stay focused. So after this tragedy, the turtle said, nah, this nigga gotta die. We inherited the beef. So they dressed up in all black for this man's funeral because they was about to slide on his ass. So later that day, they arrived to Shredder's crib. And he was waiting for these boys.
Of course
This
he
nigga was standing on top of the roof with a Molotov just ore farming. So he lit his $2.5 million mansion on fire just so they could all get on the roof. This man is sacrificing literally anything and everything to end their bloodline. First his body, and now his crib. Well, the final battle started and they was jumping Shredder in perfect sync. But even though they were masters of jump jitsu, it still didn't work. Shredder was still beating them like they stole something. This man kicked Michelangelo so hard, the nigga swung his body like
to the sides.
Then after this, he full sends him across the roof. So at this point, Shredder just started singling him out. First he goes after Donatello, sweet chin music's his smart ass, and eliminates him from the battle. Next was Mikey, and you cannot tell me this man is not taking this seriously right now. This man is emoting, doing his little dancey dance. So he came down, but Shredder just dodged it, grabbed his nunchuck, slapped him on the vent, then punched him out the arena. Mikey got fucking clobbered. So Leonardo and Raphael were the last two standing, and this evisceration just didn't stop. Look at what he just did to Raphael. He just casually grabbed this man and planted his face in the ground. This is just nasty work at this point. But Raphael was not about to go out like that. Because out of all the turtles, this nigga is a fucking menace. He started whooping this nigga, slamming him through walls, then slammed his face on this pipe until he broke this man's neck. And he just looking at his hunched over body like, yeah, nigga, fuck you talking about, cuz?
Yes, sir, Rap.
Fuck, nigga. But even though Raphael turned into the reincarnation of King Von for a second,
Just a
that man
second.
still got up and said,
Poor guy.
that man told Satan's greatest soldier, stay your ass in hell, nigga. So the last man standing was, of course, Leonardo. So Shredder continues his onslaught and proceeds to beat this man to death. That man Leonardo was fighting for any ounce of plot armor he could get because his ass was about to see God. So he ends up breaking his arm and full sends him about 20 yards. And this looks like the end for the Ninja Turtles. Shredder walked up to his body and said,
This is the end, Mega Turtle.
but that last bit of plot armor kicked in for Leonardo. He ends up seeing Splinter's Force Ghost, and Splinter told him, my son, I swear to God, if you do not kill this nigga, I cannot rest in peace. Wake up, my son. Kill this hatred-ass nigga. So Leonardo tapped into the Avatar state, and he then officially inherited the beef. He got Splinter's spirit in him now. So he starts going crazy and puts Shredder in a whole blender. So then he picked back up his sword, and with all his rage and his hatred passed down from his daddy to him, he ended the cycle. Leonardo decapitated this man. And after he decapitated, bro, Leonardo walked back over to everybody with his head, displayed it, and drops this man's head on the ground, finally putting an end to the Shredder.
Sir.
I lied.
Exhibit S? What the fuck are you talking
Now
about?
hold on there, you
Okay.
thought this was over, nigga.
What the
You thought we was gonna
fuck are you
glaze the
talking
nigga
about?
in the trial and get ready for the next video. No, nigga, we're not done. There is something that this man did that cannot be ignored. And that is why we are having a special exhibit.
Okay,
Exhibit
so
S.
this is
beating the bat. So Shredder decided to expand his criminal empire. So the
he
city
has
he
to.
chose to expand his operations in is none other than like the most dangerous city of all
Wait,
time. Gotham.
the bat?
And I mean, why not? It's
Wait
open
a
season
minute.
over there. I
He
mean,
beat up
criminals break out
Batman?
of Arkham every day because the security's just ass. Like dead ass. It happens every Saturday. These niggas gotta be blind or something. But even though this police force is hot garbage, if you are a criminal here, there is one man that you will fear. And that is none other than a rich man in a bat suit.
Literally, that's all
So
it is.
one fateful night, Batman was getting jumped by a bunch of foot ninja. But by nobody's surprise, these boys are light work for this man. Just
Right.
another day in the office for Gotham's greatest detective. So
on.
after he finishes whooping every single one of their asses, he picks up this one foot ninja and starts interrogating them like, who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you in my city? But right when the foot ninja started speaking, he catches a shuriken to the dome, and it was by none other than Shredder. This man was not playing around. He said
no
snitches
talking.
get stitches.
Yeah.
I mean, you already know the nigga does not like rats. So why would you decide to be a rat? So Batman tried to get him down with his grappling gun, but Shredder just turned around and just cut that junk off. So he decides to drop down to the
You know
ground
what?
because he's already made his decision to run the hands. And he wanted this too. He said,
I know who you are, Bat. Do you know what this would do for my legacy?
Come
If
on.
I beat your ass,
For my
me
club.
versus
Cannabis. It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a $36 billion global industry, and it's growing.
This is you, one-on-one, no prep time, nigga.
No
Shredder threw a
prep
smoke bomb and
time.
the battle for the best hand throw on the planet began. So Shredder comes in swinging, but Batman activates that Ultra Instinct. But Shredder does a good flip move, knee to the torso, and he got that man Batman staggered. Then he grabs my goat and throws him across the room. And that man Batman was shook. He was like, holy shit, I ain't never fought no nigga like this. What makes it worse? This nigga ain't give me no fucking prep time. So Batman pops up and throws a bunch of batarangs at him. But this is when Shredder showed that he was on another level. Bro started punching through the batarangs. Batman couldn't even zone this man out.
Nigga, what the fuck is this bullshit?
So Shredder gets back in range and starts pressuring him again. But Shredder whips a roundhouse, gets the other one blocked with his leg taken out. Then Batman grabs his head and slams it on the rail. So then this man Shredder was shook. He was thinking, God damn. This motherfucker just gave me at least stage 2 CTE. But Batman was not done with the counter game. Shredder gets up and gets countered again and slammed on the ground. Then he gets up again, starts trying to run his offense, but he gets countered again. Oh, Master Bruce is reading that nigga. So then he comes flying in with a roundhouse. But Shredder blocks his strikes, slams his head on the control panel, but then he went in for the killing blow and missed. But then here go Batman's super strong ass. Nigga shatters his claws with his bare hands, then booted him off of him, then he blocks his next strike, then shatters his other claw. So then he judo throws him, then knees this man's head into a control panel. Hit him so hard he indented his head into it. But Shredder was not about to get bitched like this. He gets up and lands a nice ass combo, then shatters this man's throat. Jesus!
Yeah,
There's no
that's
wonder
gonna do
Batman
it.
be talking like this half the damn time. Cause this man just deleted his trachea. So Batman kicks him off of him. And both these boys was cooked. They was putting it all on the line for their legacy. This was that once in a lifetime John Cena versus The Rock match. Braun versus Steph, Christmas Day. These niggas was leaving it all on the court. So Batman jumps
for real,
down.
this is a
And
good
right
fight.
when he jumped, this fight was over. Shredder started charging up the Sato Oshi strike, a legendary Foot Clan technique that will kill you on impact. And it is also deadly to the person that uses it. That's how you know this man Shredder was putting it all on the line. So he hits this man Batman dead in the chest, and it was over.
Yep.
This man's soul left his body, and he got flung into some steel pipes. And Batman, my goat, was cooked. Internal bleeding like crazy and knocked the f*** out. Even Shredder was struggling to get up after using that attack. Now, obviously, Batman survived this attack. Because, I mean, let's be for real. This is the same nigga that dodged a fucking Omega Beam, but it was all worth it to him. Because Shredder could say officially for his legacy, he beat Batman one-on-one with straight hands.
No prep time, but yeah. No, that's a good shout out, bro. Shout out CJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final spreadsheet of the 2012 Shredder. And all I gotta say is, damn.
Put all of
Just
them
damn. Now, since this is the end
put all
of
of them in the
Shredder
round
trials,
table.
if I had to rank the 3 Shredders that we did, I would rank them as follows. Bronze medal, Tengu. Silver medal, Utrom. And first place goes to none other than the 2012 Shredder. And
I agree with this list. Yeah. This, man, yeah, I think this is I don't know. I'd probably switch the 10. Nah, Utrom literally destroyed his whole, like the whole series just to get to the turtles. But yeah, this took the cake. Like, I thought this was going to be all 3 of them. No, this nigga got a whole video, hour long. That shit's crazy. I can't lie. Damn. Yeah, bro. Shout out CJ Dachamp.
there's a reason why. With Utrom, I would say he is the purest of evil out of all of them. But the reason that I put the 2012 version over this man is because he's also pure evil, but the lengths of hatred he went to are insane. Trying to kill a man over a bitch, taking his daughter, killing your ex, killing your dad, annihilating your clan, raising and gaslighting the daughter to hate her actual father, then being one of the worst dads to ever grace the planet. And speaking of the planet, sacrificing it and yourself to kill the man you hated the most, then sacrificing your humanity to kill him again. That is why I have put this man at the #1 spot. So congratulations to 2012 and Utrom, you have made the round table. Sorry, Tengu, but you didn't make the cut, nigga. Oh, so sad. Anyways, man, that concludes the Shredder
Tengu
trials.
Shredder was
now,
just
I know,
okay, you know what I'm saying? But Utrom Shredder destroying the whole planet, like, in every, like, dimension of the Ninja Turtles, even if he doesn't exist anymore. Like, yeah, that is round table activity. Yeah, man, sorry, Tengu, but I mean, he was still a menace. Like, I think that was the first, like, Shredder video that I seen. Or was that? No, that was the Utrom one. The Tengu video was, yeah. He was alright, yeah. All of these had, like, decent twist. I can't lie.
It was long as shit. So, if you made it this far, drop a like so I can see if people actually listen to me yap for like an hour. And yes, the elephant in the room, I know I was gone for like 3 months, my nigga. I'm sorry. So, to make up for...
It kind of makes sense if, you know... Okay, yeah, the Tengu Shredder was like a demon. I remember now. But yeah, okay. Yeah, it makes sense making an hour-long video. Like, I know that these take time. You good with... I understand. But I can see how other people are like, sir, where are you at? But, yeah, man. I expect more content from bro. He might drop soon. It's been like 2 weeks, but I knew I had to get around to this eventually. And it's snowing outside still after this hour-long video. So, yeah, I had to give y'all some content. Appreciate y'all tuning in and all of that. Y'all the goats. I did this for y'all. Damn. So, yeah, man. If y'all like the video, like it. Subscribe if you're new, because all we do is chill over here. With that being said, I'm going to get out of your hair. I'm going to show y'all this. I don't even know if y'all can see it, because this camera and shit, but... Yeah, man, still snowing. Cool. But yeah. Had to give y'all some content for the snow and shit, but I'm gonna catch y'all. Be great, be safe. Peace. Out of here.